was thinking, what else should I do? What should I do next? I came to the conclusion that I think I may have an idea. This thing here. This is the smelter we have, like the big smelter we have. Let me show you first the origins. The first smelter, quote unquote, we had was this. Input items on the top. Here's the furnace. Here's the output. As simple as it looks. But this was the original. This has been here for many years now, and now we haven't touched. But then this was just one furnace, one hopper going down. It's just not enough, usually. So how do we make it better? A new version was made over here where we were, and there was a version here that worked, that did stuff, but it wasn't good. It was just, I mean, it was better to some extent, and so I've made my effort into working on it, into making it different. And after many versions, many iterations, this is the current setup that we have right now. This is the super smelter, version 3.5.2. I started working on it back in the version, I'd say 2.0. Like after 2.0 was my job. I was not satisfied how it was operating. Right over here, you can see the money shot with all the furnaces being prepared to smelt all the items. The way I intend to do, my goal was always to smelt a whole stack at the same time, so 64 items. This is 8 rows of 8 furnaces each. That's adds up to 64. And since the beginning, it was like my goal to have this style. I have this I guess pattern of distribution the way it is because we were lacking on space, even more so this wall over here. It was like pushed up. It wasn't this pushed up before. This part did not exist. This ledge over here was not exist. It was something we made up just so we can fit the things inside. So by we I mean mostly me, worked on it and made so it could fit the place where we had space. I made up this design back then. That was like many years ago, by the way. I don't know, remember how many years ago. So I started making it and I adjusted in a way. So this is the distribution. Like the items get split 8 ways and they all run through the minecart here and get deposited into the furnaces. And the fuel lines with bamboo. Initially, bamboo wasn't even in the game with the first few iterations, but later once it came, I made sure to use it to make it more automatic. The way it originally was, was something carried over from the earlier versions, I believe 1 or 2.0, like the first or second iteration. This varied from the beginning, like the input line over here, there was just a chest, and it would come down and sort all the possible sortable items could be smelted. They adequately went through the line to be smelted. I kept that, and I'll be honest, that was like my first mistake. I absolutely changed the engine of the whole machine. Let's say let's say this is a car. I changed the whole car, but I kept like speed limiter just because it was already there. I didn't know where it was. Just keep this speed limiter. And this was it. This whole starting system, because this is just, as you can see, it's just a one hopper speed. And the reason this is here is just a concept we use a lot in the server called a foolproof, not a dummy proof design, where there's like no way you can mess it up. Like you need to be a genius to absolutely be able to mess up something like this. I mean, I personally should have just removed this and just made it so it's a little bit faster than that, not need to sort everything. With all the things being sorted, they come down to this chest, and then from this chest they get deposited into this hopper minecart. From the hopper minecart, it detects that it does have items in it, and from the detection of items, a timer starts. Over here is a timer. A timer starts. It is an approximate time of how many items it would be filled to be a stack, once approximately a stack is filled within the minecart, this will be released. I guess I could show. Do I have anything here could smelt? Sure, some cobble. Timer starts, and then the minecart went, and then it closed off. Since it's 8 hoppers, it divides by 8. So the hopper minecart goes like, and then the items will be split below. The items will be start smelting. In theory, it should divide all 64 items. And that was the theory. Of course, that's a lot of shenanigans and problems with not only the design itself, but also with server lag and etc. etc. And you know, I tried my best. I spent a long time in it. And this could be much worse. You could be still using a single furnace. The fuel system will not get too much involved because it's absolutely a mess. I can confidently say that is one of the big problems of this smelter that I do not happy with. It's just I tried making something up that I could work with, and at that time it was like what I knew and what I did, and it what ended up being happening. Since bamboo is very inefficient with the fuel, as you need 4 bamboo to smelt one single item. Might be like a big silo, so you could just not worry about it ever. There's a lot of chests, I don't remember how many of each, and then they all funnel down, like detecting signals. As you can see here, it detects the signal. Just if any item is in there, the light turns on, and goes all the way down into these lights. This like, as you can see, the fuel meter. This is the bamboo farm, and they funnel all the way up there to over here. They funnel all the way up to over here, the bamboo, and they fuel from right to left as well. Why am I showing you this? And the answer is quite simple. As I said, it works, it's efficient, but it's not really something that I'm like happy about keeping the way it is. I decided to just make a new version. But then, like, as I said as well, we already don't have much space over here. So where should it be? Coming down here from that entrance over there, where I guess the smelter is, you can see here. Coming down from here, this is the underground village that I made. And these doors closed for now, but I guess it could be a great opportunity to open them back up as people use the forge. This forge, I mean. And as you can see, I already placed some couple things here that was like measuring. I made a design. I spent a long time checking like how to proceed, how to make something better, how to make it different, I guess. I believe I designed something that could work well enough, and that would be a great substitute from what we already have. And one thing I like is thematically, it fits. One thing I really like about this world is like have, I guess, themes for things. Make them work in a way they make sense, not just have random things at random places just for no reason. I like having them purpose in a thematic way. And so doesn't it make sense that the forge is the place where you would smelt your stuff? Even more so your bulk stuff? I think so. This is where will be the next iteration of the smelter. Nickname it, I guess, the forge. Make it, you know, functional, not just looks. So, let's get to work.
So mostly done now. Just a few little things to be done. Here's the main system. I'll explain in a bit how it works. And back here is gonna be the bamboo farm. I just triggered to test it out. But basically the way it works is that it will trigger the machine here and you start collecting the bamboo. These as when these fill up to a certain extent, they start being collected, and when they start collecting, here's the line. It's gonna send down this wire over here, and then it's gonna enable a timer, and the timer is gonna like allow the mine carts underneath to run and collect the items. And as long as the timer is active, this timer over here is active, the minecarts will be collecting. The minecarts will dump off the bamboo over here, this system that I got from Ilmango, and then this system will be run through this line all the way up into here, and this is the collection system for the silos for each row. And for each silo, there's now 8 silos. Before there was 3 massive ones. Now I made 8 but shorter. Similar amounts of storage. And now they'll be running in loop. And for each silo there'll be 2 hoppers. I tested a few times and they do loop like well. And both sides of hoppers collect items perfectly. That's why the ender chest is here, is to align the items. As you can see over here, it's not a full block. And so the items get aligned right on the edge of both hoppers, and both hoppers will be filled. I couldn't really escape from the filling one side first and then the other one system. It wasn't really something I tried to doing. As you can see here, the storage, these already have like almost filled, but these are like not even full, so I couldn't really escape from this design, this technicality much, but it's fine. It works, and once it's stopped off, it will function fairly well. As you can see, there's 8 silos for 8 of the droppers, and each half distributes fuel specifically for one of the sides for the furnaces. It's 4, so 4 will trigger at the same time, and that'll be enough for a single item to be smelted in each furnace. And as you can see here, it's observer clock. Here's an observer clock, and then once system is running, this will activate. Both sides will be dropping items, and the items will run into the water streams, refueling each of the furnaces that have here. Same thing here with the ender chest. They aligned perfectly, so they're half on the ice going fast and half on the hoppers being collected. And here I have the lines detecting if the first and the last furnace have full fuel, then the system will be off. But if a single item is missing from each of the first and last furnaces of the row, then its system will activate for both sides, where like just be like absolutely topped off at all times. So the way the main system works is here. I'll show you later in practice, but the way it works is that hopper minecarts will be here, absorbing all the items from above, which are much faster than regular hoppers. So minecart hoppers will be here on the bottom, collecting the items from these chests. This will be the input. And once each of the minecart hoppers have 32 items exactly, they will be launched, and they each will drop a single item in each furnace and coming back. Once the system is activated, there will be a system to detect if there's items being smelted. Here's a system to items being smelted, where the same system as for the collection of the bamboo will be collecting from this, and the minecarts will be dispensed from here and run all the way to the bottom and back, collecting all the items. And once they're coming back, they'll pass through here, lighting up here. I have the light you indicate, and the system will activate for just go again. So if they come back with items, the system will say, okay, go back again, and that will repeat itself until they come back and there's like nothing in them. A safety feature for not to have like timers, too many timers running on and things at the same time. This is the same Ilmango design that I used. I tried making something up on my own, but this is just so much more efficient and much more compact that I ended up using it. Here above, I have one timer each side for the the pistons. It's just so the pistons don't automatically just click back and forth, and they have enough time for the hopper minecart to go out without a problem. I had a few systems where, like, when it comes to lag of the pistons shutting in too fast and not allowing the minecart hopper being properly launched. So I'm basically done now. What I need to do is have the collection system up here. So this is going to be the output. I'm going to have the collection system for the output going. That's one of the last things I need to do. And the last thing I want to do is reuse all the things from the old smelter into this new to fill up all these chests. Because yeah, sure, I could have this running for a long time, but what would I do with all those bamboo there's over there? You know, there's a lot of bamboo over there. I can probably show how many chests again. It's over here. Whoop, over here, yeah. This is the bottom one, going all the way to the top. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna retrieve all these items if I can. Make so they all go all the way around into here, this collection system. And I guess time lapse for that, and then we'll be back and now we can test. So we just finished. Ooh, baby. Okay. So the 3 solids are empty. All the way up there, you can see they're empty. I cut down the middle row. I don't know if I recorded it or not. They just finished downloading to the new area. Let's go there, check. Okay. So we went all the way over here. Yeah. So yeah, it went down here and show. The first section was this one, and then I changed the line to this one, this side, and then now it filled everything here. As you can see, it only missing the last part. Let's go take a look here. Yeah. So all these lines are filled. You can see they all the way to the top. Last one missing was this one. Let's see how far it went. 1, 2. Oh, it's deep. 3, 4. So it's still about 4 chests missing to fill. So if that's the case, let's turn on the connection here, this line, and whoop. This makes so it activates, which it didn't. Oh, I know why. Yeah, this. Oops. Now, yeah, there we go. Let's just show one load here, collecting. See it getting empty. Comes here, shoots out, gets evenly distributed. Comes here, goes up, more, goes to the loop, and fills it. Now it's this side is gonna be absolutely wasting it because it's already filled. This side's still gonna be filled up. So if that's the case, let's turn on replenishing. Oop, this on. Yeah. Yep, there it goes. Getting filled up. Let's watch it. Yep. Look at this. It's getting filled. I see it's going down the line. Let's see if we can watch here. Yeah, once the previous one gets filled, it starts like going much faster. Yeah, there you go. Now it's coming, the full force of the line. It slowly gets filled up, you know, from the top all the way to the bottom. Let's go back here. Let's see the here. Oh shit. Yeah, you can see it's very fast. So you can see here, it just flows. It's gonna keep going until it's all the way. As you can see here, the first line got filled, so this is powered full strength. And if you follow this line over here, this top one goes to the bottom. That line, it's like powered all the way through, and so it's not like requesting more items. So here, this is the front one from this side, and so you can see it's off. So this is not, it doesn't need anymore, but the bottom one still needs it, so it's still requesting it from here. Same thing with the other side as well. So it's gonna be filling up now, and then I believe it should. This is all good to go. So let's wait until it's filled up, and that's it. Oh, one last thing. Once it goes like in the loop and it comes back around and fills everything, this line is gonna keep going. I'll show you. It's gonna keep going, and it's gonna be sent back into this system. So it's gonna be go back to the top, into the thing itself. So we're back, and as you can see here, it's full. Bottom hopper is full. Bottom hopper on the other side is also full, and I think we should be good. Let's go around. I believe this is the final test. Final things to test. Put the mine carts, and let's test it, I guess. Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of cobble here. Put it from this side so you can see the magic. And that goes. Oh. Yeah, look at this. Look at this going. Oh yes. And the minecarts get dropped. The items here. The refueling system's going. You can see here. It's being sent up. It's going. Go from up top before it ends. Yeah. Alright, yeah, it's going. Yeah, you can see, I don't know why the first one like weirds out, but you see it will be exactly a stack. Yep, 2 items. If I remove this, you see the whole stack will be missing. Next loop. Yep, there it goes. So it works perfect. I don't know why the first one, it's weird, but it works, I guess. For the output, I made some shenanigans, so it would fit here. I made it like go on the side and be dispensed on top of hopper mine carts. It's not the best, yeah, but it worked. It's 4 hoppers speed. I initially did 2, and then 2 was not good enough. I did 3, and then since I went with 3, I might as well went with 4 and did the other side as well. Let's take another look from underneath how the system's going. This is the refueling. Let's look at the. No. Here. Yep, it's going. Now look at that. Look at that. Yeah. That's nice. And yeah, I think that's it. Also having a little bit of problem with the refilling system down here. Some minecarts will be missing. Will go missing. Not entirely sure why that was happening. Maybe lag. But I don't know. It's working. Zoom and see if we can catch some bamboo coming back. Yeah, here goes. Here they go. Down into the top. They go from here back into the stream and all the way to the top again. So it gets reused and not wasted. So I think that's it. It's working like a charm. Now that we're done there, I guess we can fill this back up with lava. Alright. Lava's filled. Perfect. And for the fuel lines, I decided to do something similar that I did over here. Or here? I did something similar to this that I liked over here. But I keep it hidden because I like the dark aesthetic of this part. So I have a button here that checks top and bottom of both sides. It's just so like in case something breaks, I can check like, oh, how's the fuel? Oh, it's okay. Now I don't need to go up there and see how it's going. And it's almost back, filled up. Yeah, here's empty, and it's finished. Yeah, there we go. All these in a row, fairly efficient, and I think it's good. And yeah, that's the new forge, the new smelter. And I guess there's just one thing left to do.